Haley Collier from Inspire Teach Grow. Today we're going to be talking about how you can create a teacher site in less than 30 minutes. So if you are doing virtual teaching right now, if you're in the classroom right now, you may want to create a site for parents to access with all of the information they will need throughout the school year. However, many of us don't have a web design background or the time to create a beautiful WordPress site. I love WordPress. It's what I use for my blog. But if I wanted to create something quickly and efficiently, I would use Google Sites. So we're going to go over 5 reasons that I love Google Sites to create your teacher website. And the first one is that it's really simple to set it up. So once you get into your drive, come over to the New button and then scroll down to More. And under More, you'll see Forms, Drawings, Maps, and then Google Sites. So when I click this, it's going to take me to a very simple pre-done site, which is fine. You can use the untitled site that they offer. It's nice. However, Google has some really nice templates that are very helpful for teachers. So that's my second reason that I love Google Sites. There's pre-done templates that have what you need. So you come up to the corner up here, and this will take you to the site's home. Here you'll see a blank site, but then right next to that is class. And this is what I use for my Google Sites for my 5th grade team. There's also a portfolio, so if you're creating a teacher portfolio, you can embed that digitally so that you can share your work with other administrators and school districts. So we're going to click on the class template. And it's going to bring up just a very simple but stylized template that is super easy to alter to fit your style, your content, your grade level. So this is my third reason that I love Google. It's very easy to navigate, especially if you're not familiar with web design. It's easy to navigate, and it's easy to use the templates they have already created for you to create something that is beautiful and functional. So here you can change the name. So I teach 5th grade. I'm just going to call this 5th grade. You can also change the image that is behind your text. So if you come down to change image, you can upload an image that you have. So if you've created something on Canva or you've downloaded some free stock photos, you can upload that here. You can also select an image. And this makes it very easy to personalize your teaching site. So there's a gallery with a lot of nice standard stock photos and some backgrounds. You can use a URL. You can upload from your albums or your Google Drive. What I like is that you can search on Google. So I teach 5th grade reading, so I'm just going to type in the word reading. And I like this first one that comes up. That's nice. I'm just going to choose this image and hit select. And then Google does the work for me. So it adjusts the image for readability so that your title or your heading here is clear. You can also change this heading. You can go to header type and you can change how large you want this image to appear. So it could be more like a cover where you see the full image. You can make it smaller, where it's just like a little banner, or you could even remove it and have just the title. I'm going to stick with the large banner. Okay, a fourth reason that I love Google Sites for teachers is you can embed straight from your Google Drive. So a lot of us have already created Meet the Teacher documents, parent newsletters, resources that parents could use at home. There's no need to recreate those things or save and upload those things to a WordPress or separate site. You can simply embed them from your Google Drive. So I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to click on Drive off to the side, and it brings up everything that I have saved in my personal Google Drive. So I'm going to click on this image. This is an image that I created for Instagram that is a little checklist for differentiation strategies. You can move the image where you want it. You can also add text next to this image to give some meaning to what the image is. So this is a checklist for differentiation strategies. I can change this text. I can make it a heading, which makes it bold, stands out a little bit better. I can also pull it over and condense how it looks. I can change where it's located. I can put it in the center. I can set it off to the left or justify it. And then if I click those little dots, I can pull it up right next to my Instagram image here. And there you go. Very simple. If you want even more simple, you can use the layouts that Google has already created for you. So let's say I want to remove this image. I'm just going to click on it and then click delete. And then I'm going to choose a layout. So maybe I want 2 photos and text. Okay, you also have, if you have a lot of student work you want to showcase, you have this layout with a large image and smaller ones. So you have a lot of options here. The other thing that I like, just with Google Sites in general and their templates, is that they've put some thought into what the template will be used for. So here they've already outlined a place for you to include sites for students, sites for parents, school forms to link to. You can also add your own design features. You could add collapsible text. And this is nice. I use it personally for vocabulary terms parents might need defined. So let's say you're a special education teacher. You might need to define what a 504 plan is. And then you type in your text here, and then all parents have to do is click on the arrow and it'll bring up the definition. You can add an image carousel, so if you want to add photos throughout the year, you can add a table of contents. Another feature that I use often is the button. This is great for external links, so say you want to link to your social media accounts. You can also link to pages within the site, but I'll show you why I love this for external. So maybe I want to go to Instagram, connect to my 5th grade Instagram account, and it brings up this beautiful button here, and all parents have to do is click on it and it takes them directly to that external site. You can add a calendar. You can embed YouTube videos, which is really nice. That way parents aren't having to leave your platform to go over to YouTube. They can watch those videos right here in the site. You can add docs and slides. So this is helpful, again, when you pull in from Google Drive. You're not having to recreate anything. You are just putting it on the site for parents to access. And you have forms. So forms would be really awesome for maybe parent volunteers. You could do class parties, things that parents might need to bring in. This is a great place to put a form, and then it's a one-stop place for parents to go to. Within the design features of Google Sites, you can add pages. And I like, again, how simple they make this. So when you click on pages, you can then add new pages up to the header. So let's say I want to do some parent resources. I can just simply type my new page title and it will pop it up here. You can also drag and drop where you want that to go. I can make it a sub-page under schedule, or I can make it its own page, but I have the ability to reorder how these are seen. And then again, as you just saw, you can make sub-pages within your page headers. So under parent resources, I might want a resource for each content area. So I could do a reading page. I could do science, social studies. And this leads me to my fifth reason I love Google Sites. It's collaborative. I can add other teachers to the site, and then they can go in and add information as needed. So, for instance, I teach reading and social studies, but my co-teacher could come in and he can edit the science and math sections under parent resources because he's a collaborator. This makes it easy for grade levels to have one place for parents to go for information, but tailored to what's happening in that student's classroom. So even in lower grades where you're not departmentalized, you could do a second grade web page and then have each teacher's name as a subheading here with information about their classroom specifically. So that's pretty much it for Google Sites. Again, the 5 reasons that I love using Google Sites is 1, it's super easy to set up. And even if you're not part of a Google district per se, you can still use Google Sites. I'm under my personal email, so I didn't have to use a Google district to access Google Sites. The second reason I love it is the templates are very simple, straightforward, and beautiful. You can pull in photos off Google. You can use your own photos. They make it very easy to customize, but also very efficient, so you're not wasting time. The third reason I love Google Sites, you can pull in from Google Drive, so you're not having to recreate things that you already use in the classroom. A fourth reason is the stock images and the YouTube embeds and the button features. You can link to other sites. You can keep it looking beautiful and clean, but they make it very easy for you to connect to other places. And then finally, it's collaborative. You can add other teachers to your site, and each person has their own page they can update. You're not having to take care of everybody's information. If you like this video, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much.